Zillionaire Entertainment, baby. Zillionaire Entertainment, baby. Zillionaire Entertainment, baby. Zillionaire Entertainment, baby.
All right. It's your boy Zillionaire. Welcome to the mother freaking show. Every Tuesday and Thursday, we discuss the Kanika case. That's what a lot of, I have different subscribers for different things. And I think that's a good thing because I like doing many different topics. And the Kanika case is one of my many topics that I have on my YouTube channel. Shout out to those who are seeking the truth in this case. Shout out to those who are really seeking the truth. But let me say something here. We already know what happened. It's time for it's confession time. You ever see the movie, I Know What You Did Last Summer? This is how I feel with the Kanika case. We know what y'all did in the summer of 2017. Confession time. Now, they haven't been interrogated. And then this is the issue. I interview, a lot of people say, I kept saying they haven't been interrogated. They was interviewed. No, and an interview and an interrogation is two different things. I can interview you and ask you, an interrogation is we know you did it and we back you into a corner and we ask you serious questions, and your body language and how you respond tells us if you're guilty or not. Let me give a shout out to my supporters first. You know, you gotta shout out your supporters. 504, he's a new monthly member. What's up, 504? Sydney, Yvette, Ava Collier, who else? Elaine is here. Christopher Cooper's here. A Goddess is in the house. And everybody else. You know, I got to give a shout out to my supporters first, then everybody else. That's some of the perks of being a monthly member. You get shout outs, you get to interact, you get more access, you get members only live videos. You get a lot when you become a monthly member on my channel, because I know that you're a supporter. You're not just here trolling, or, you know, you're not just trying to come over here and be a spy. So some people just want to spy on what I'm doing. So to my true supporters, I know who you are. Shout out to y'all. All right. Please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Now, if you put these people in an interrogation room, if you put Monifa, if you separate all of these people, put them in an interrogation room, they will break. They will crack. I know a lot of you watch First 48, and interrogation rooms make people crack. Either the truth is going to come out, or they're going to confess. I'm going to say this again. When you put people in interrogation rooms, you can break them down to confess, or even if they don't confess, their reaction and body language will tell you if they're guilty or not. See, on this channel, I'm trying to teach y'all how to solve a case. I'm trying to give y'all steps. I don't come on here saying a bunch of stupid stuff that don't make sense. You go to watch all my Kanika videos. I break down everything, and I'm telling you how to investigate. I'm pointing stuff out to y'all that you need to look at. I'm not showing no blurry pictures, no blurry videos. I'm not doing any of that. I'm giving y'all what's already presented. And there's a lot of cracks and holes in this case that I have been exposing for the past 4 years. Thank God for giving me that gift of investigative skills. God has given me that gift to look at things, look at a case, and point out things people aren't paying attention to. Little things, just like that movie Denzel Washington played in called The Little Things. Sometimes the little things will get you caught. I like that movie, but a lot of people didn't like that Denzel movie, The Little Things. I liked that Denzel movie, The Little Things, when they were investigating a case, and Denzel said, the little things is what gets you caught. And that's a fact. A lot of times people don't pay attention to small things, which can lead to bigger things. And in this case, they all were in on this. They were all in on this. And you put them in an interrogation room, they're going to confess. Now, let me tell you something. Justice come in many ways. Just because they don't go to, and I talk about this a lot, just because a lot of people don't get locked up, that don't mean justice ain't happened. Just because a person don't go to jail, don't mean justice wasn't served. Let's understand it, because you got a lot of innocent people in jail. You got a lot of innocent people sitting behind bars, and you got a lot of guilty people walking free. Let's tell it how it is. And that's a fact. You got a lot of guilty people walking the streets. You got a lot of weirdos and sickos on YouTube, wide open, right in your face. You might live near some. You might have went to the Walmart, and you might have seen some out in public. It's weirdos and criminals walking the streets, and you have innocent people. So don't always look to the system for justice. That's the problem with our community. We think that people getting locked up is just. No, karma can come. A person can meet their justice through another form of karma. Understand, justice comes in many forms. So on this channel, I don't teach justice is just getting people arrested. That's not always justice. People, well, they didn't get arrested, so they didn't. That don't mean they got away with it. Because we gotta answer to a bigger judge. Hello, somebody. There's a judge beyond all these judges on earth. There's a bigger judge we got to look to. Don't mean you got away with nothing. Well, he didn't go to jail. They got away. No, they didn't. Not from the all-seeing eye of the Almighty God. So let's talk about different forms of justice. You see what I'm saying? Stop always thinking because they didn't get arrested, they got away. No. Karma comes in many different forms. So I put money on it. You put Monifa, Shemaya, Bree, you put them all in an interrogation room, they will crack. They will crack. Yeah, she got shot, but I think that's only, I talked about her getting shot, but that's only just the beginning of her karma. That's just the beginning of her karma. Somebody said I had the ability to be a pastor. I'll be a hardcore. If I have the ability to be a pastor, I'd be a hardcore pastor. Hey, I'll be a hardcore pastor. I can't be no soft, timid. I'm sorry. If I was a pastor, I got to give it to you raw. But anyway, I'm a God-fearing man. I don't believe I'm a pastor. I'm just a God-fearing man that God put in a position of leadership. I know that God has called me to be a leader. I understand that, but I don't think I'm a traditional pastor. No, I'm not a traditional pastor because no. But anyway, I hear what you're saying though. But anyway, if you put all these, and let me tell you something, if you put all these people in an interrogation room, they'll crack. Now, remember when Shemaya and Monifa lied? They lied and said they lost Kanika's keys. But in the police report, Kanika and Shemaya said Kanika's keys were in Bree's purse. See, I could show all kind of contradictions in their story and in their statements. There's all kind of stories and statements. It's all kind of stories and statements, all kinds. And they said one thing in a police report and they said another thing in their statements, which they're conflicting stories. And anybody knows when you're investigating a case, conflicting stories show you somebody's lying. I'm going to say that again. Their police report statement and their public statement are two different things. And that lets you know they're conflicting to their own story. Usually when a person lies, they forget what they said. If you know, liars always forget what they said. Damn, what did I say before? Because they're lying. A person that speaks the truth, they don't have to rehearse nothing. A person that's being honest and truthful, and especially in a police report, they don't have to go back and try to remember what they said because they have the truth. They know what the truth is. But these girls are liars. They're liars. They say one thing in a police report, one thing in a public statement. 1 minute they saying this, next minute they saying that, which is a bunch of lies. First of all, you don't lose a drunk person. Number one, y'all knew where Kanika keys were. Y'all did not have to search for Kanika keys because y'all already said that Kanika's keys were in Bree's purse in the police report. Put these girls in an interrogation, show them how they said one thing here, one thing there, conflicting stories to show you that they're liars. And usually a person that's lying, what does that mean? They're trying to cover up something. Hello, somebody. Usually a conflicting story is showing you a person is a liar. If my stories are conflicting, I'm lying. So a liar, what are you doing? Liars try to cover up. That's what it is, a cover up. When you have to lie, you're trying to cover something up. When you have conflicting stories, you're trying to hide something. That's why interrogations are so powerful. When I watch First 48, interrogations are so powerful because that person they can't go. When you put a person in an interrogation room, you're forcing them to face the truth. You're forcing them to own up to what they did. An interview, nah. An interview, you can ask them questions, they can leave. When I'm not talking about an interview. So a lot of you say they was interviewed. That don't mean nothing. Understand there's a difference between interviews and interrogation. An interview, you're just asking questions. An interrogation, you're forcing them to face up to what they did. Hello, somebody. When you put somebody in an interrogation room, they're forced to face it. And they're going to crack one way or the other. Their body language tells them themselves, or they'll just break down and confess. Or they'll start pointing fingers. I've seen that. I've seen one of the three happen. You put people in an interrogation room, either they point the finger, or their body language will tell it, even if they don't say, even if they try to lie, or they'll break down and confess because they can't take it no more. You see what I'm saying? You put them in an interrogation room, they will confess or break down. The truth will come out. But for some reason, Rosemont, full of corruption from the head to toe, we know Rosemont is corrupt and crooked. They didn't interrogate nobody. They interviewed a few people and they just closed the case because they really didn't give a damn, because body parts and organs they sell, body parts and organs they sell. So who cares? We're just going to go through the motions. We're going to act like we're investigating because Rosemont didn't really investigate anything. Let's just tell it how it is. Rosemont didn't investigate nothing. You got some people, you got a few people on YouTube that does better investigation in Rosemont. Let me tell you something. I'm not trying to toot my own horn. Thank God he gave me the gift, number one. I've investigated this case better than Rosemont has. I've exposed some stuff and showed y'all things better than Rosemont detectives have. And this is a fact. And it's only a few of us on YouTube that have done it. It's a handful of us that have actually exposed the truth in this case, have done a better job than the detectives in Rosemont. They've done nothing. They got paid to do absolutely nothing with the Kanika case. They went through the motions. Understand, they just went through the motions to try to make it, and they did it for the public. They try to act like they were invested. No, they weren't. No, they asked a few questions. Well, we don't know. She walked in a few free, and that was it. Well, on the camera, she just walked into ain't no way she walked into a damn freezer. That freezer door was too damn heavy for her to pick up. Somebody had to open that freezer door and put her in there. She was too incapacitated. She couldn't even walk. She was lowered and carried down there. She was dragged into that freezer. She wasn't strong enough or capable enough to lift the door and lift that heavy door and fall into a freezer. That is a lie. And they insulted the intelligence of our community. They insulted our intelligence with this case. Just like the Kendrick Johnson's case. They insulted everybody's intelligence. Kendrick Johnson just fell in a mat and rolled himself into a mat. Really? Like sometimes the system, the society, and all this corrupt stuff, they insult our intelligence. They tell us we're supposed to just, because they're the cops, they're the police, we're just supposed to just take whatever they tell us because they're the autopsies. We're just supposed to believe anything they tell us in the media. And that's the problem with people. We need to hold them accountable. Anytime we see corruption in the case, anytime we see foul play, like in Kanika and Kendrick Johnson, we saw foul play in their case. We need to hold the system accountable for not doing their job. That is the power of the people. That's why we vote. That's why we elect people. That's why we put people in office. That's why we do what we do. Because we're supposed to hold our officials accountable when they don't do a case right. We have the right and the power to do so. And a lot of us don't do it. We don't fight cases. We don't fight against the opposition. We don't fight against corruption. We don't want to expose the truth because a lot of us are too scared to do it, but we have a right to do it. Hello, somebody. Zillionaire be preaching, I tell you, boy. We have a right to hold the system accountable when they don't investigate a case right. They didn't do this case right at all. At all. This was not they didn't investigate nothing. They covered up. And Rosemont has a history of covering up crimes. And Rosemont have a history of working with gangs. They have a history of organ trafficking. These so-called friends, they were in on this gang stalking. If you ask me, Monifa, Shemaiah, all of them are conspiracy to murder. If you ask me, all of them are conspiracies to murder. That's just how I look at it. If a plot is going on, if they're plotting to kill someone, as I played the video for y'all, when the guy kept putting the camera on Kanika, and then they said Shorty dead at the end of the video, they already planned on killing her. They said Shorty dead. She was already gang stalked. They were already targeting her. They were already putting the camera on her. It's 100 people standing on the corner, and for some reason, they kept putting the camera on Kanika. It's 100 people at the doggone hotel. But for some reason, Kanika the only person that's messed up and drunk. Really? Pay attention, y'all. It's 1 million gang members standing on the corner, but for some reason, they put the camera on Kanika where 100 gang members are standing on one corner, but they focus in on Kanika. And then at the end of the video, Shorty dead. Gang stalking is real. Organ trafficking, it's real. Cops working with gang members, it's real. Welcome to the real world. See, on my channel, you get the red pill. You can go to these other channels, y'all can stay on the blue pill and live out a fantasy. I'm going to give you a hardcore reality. This is the real world. Welcome to the real world, Neo. Welcome to they targeted her at the party. How come nobody else was messed up like she was? They targeted her. Give that drink to that girl. And they gave it to Kanika. She's the only one at the party that was messed up. Kanika wanted to go home. Monifa told her to shut up. Monifa told her to shut up and stop acting like that. And then waited till that drink hit Kanika. They waited. This is how dirty it was. They waited till she was messed up and then act like they were taking her home when really they were passing her off to the ops. Uh-oh. Hello, somebody. Kanika didn't want to be there. Kanika didn't want to come. Listen, her dirty, grimy ass friends, her dirty, disgusting so-called frenemies. She didn't want to go to that party for a reason. She had a gut. She didn't even want to go to the party. When she got there, she was ready to leave. And they wouldn't let her leave. Waited till she got messed up, acted like they were taking her home, and then passed her off to the ops and had the nerve to come back talking about, oh, we lost Kanika, but we need to find the keys. Really? Insulting our intelligence as a people. Confession time. We know what you did last summer. We know what you did in the summer of 2017. Hello, somebody. We know what you did, just like the movie. We know what you did last summer. We know what y'all did. It's confession time. Confession time. We already know what happened. This is the confession series. Somebody said, I believe Zill be a damn good lawyer. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I would. Yeah, you know, somebody else told me that. Somebody else said, Zill, you be a good ass lawyer. Actually, a lot of people told me that. I'd rather be God's agent. I'd rather be God's lawyer. Hello, somebody. Check this out. I'd rather be God's agent. I'd rather be God's lawyer to expose the wickedness in the earth. Uh-oh. I think that's a greater calling. I'd rather be God's agent and God's lawyer to expose the evil and corruption that's going on in this world. I'd rather, because if I work for the system, they wouldn't like me because I wouldn't go along with a corrupt system. If I was a lawyer in the system, they'd try to get rid of me. Oh no, no, we can't. He got too much truth. He bring too much truth to the table. We got to get rid of him. Hell no, you can't be a truthful lawyer. If you notice, about 50% of lawyers, they lie. They lie a lot. You have lawyers that'll take a case and know that their client is a murderer, and they'll still try to help them get them off if they pay them right. Y'all know how dirty the system is. You have lawyers that have a client that they know is guilty, but because they're paying them big bucks, they'll help them get off. And then you'll have a person that's innocent. You have a person that's innocent, and their lawyer won't give a shit because he's a public defender. I'm going to say that again. You have lawyers that know their clients are guilty, but they will still help them get off because they're paying them the big bucks. Then you'll have an innocent person, and the lawyer won't give a shit because he's a public defendant and he's not paying them to get off. So we live in a dirty, wicked world. Dirty is wicked. I'm telling you, this case is wicked. It got so many layers to it. But let me tell you something. They could have never got Kanika's organs if it wasn't for her dirty, shiesty, disgusting friends. These are the bigger players in this case. Pease, Killer, Monifa, Shemaya, Irene Roberts, and Bree. Those 6 are the biggest players. Also, what's his name? Ty Rowland. and also Ty Rowland. Facts. Somebody said they've been subscribed. No, since 2014. You mean 2017? I came on YouTube in 2017, not 2014. Now you got the years mixed up. 2017. I came on YouTube 2017. Somebody said their time is coming. Yes, their time is coming. So understand, y'all talk about justice for Kenneka. Don't always look to the system to think that people have to get arrested for justice. There's man's justice and there's God's justice. Hello, somebody. Y'all got to understand there's two different types of justices. Man's justice and God's justice. Understand. There's a lot of guilty people that will never go to prison, but they will reap their karma and they will get their just in another form. Can y'all please understand that? That God's justice and man's justice are not the same. Like I say, you got innocent people in prison. How do we have a just system when you got innocent people locked up and you got guilty people walking the streets? Tell me how we live in a just world when a murderer can get off because he got money, and a person that's innocent, because they don't have the money, they go to prison. Tell me how that's a just system. You got a town full of organ trafficking. They don't care about a black girl getting murdered. All they care about is getting paid big bucks off of her organs. Hello, somebody. I'm going to say that again. You got a town full of organ trafficking. They don't care about how black girls or black boys get murdered. Just we gonna go through the motions, close the case. We got paid for them organs. That's all we care about. Organ trafficking, a multi-billion-dollar business internationally. Go look up organ trafficking. It's a multi-billion-dollar business. Go look up Google organ trafficking net worth. You will see it's a multi-billion-dollar business illegally. How is that a multi-billion-dollar? You know how many people you got to get to make that much money off organs? It's a multi-billion-dollar business that pulls in billions of dollars every year. So when you see people going missing, when you see these unsolved cases, when you see all this stuff going on, it's like almost like body snatching. I mean, come on, y'all, wake up. Welcome to the real world. You better take the red pill and stop being scared. I don't do scared on this channel. We don't do scared. What David say in Psalms, I fear no evil because God is with me. We don't do scared on this channel. If you scared of the truth, go subscribe somewhere else. If you ready to be courageous and face the truth, take the red pill and be on this channel, because that's what I do. I live to die for what I believe in. I ain't no chumps over here. I speak the truth. And if I die for speaking it, oh well. If I get taken out for speaking the truth, oh well. But I know it ain't my time yet. I know I got a lot more work to do before God allowed the enemy to take me out. I got a lot more to speak about, and I got a lot more to say. Truth speakers, get it the worst. People who, because we live in a wicked, evil world. And those that speak the truth, they want to get rid of you because you're exposing their darkness. See, the truth sheds light on things. Sheds light. Sheds light on the truth. It shed light on a case. And they want to get rid of you because you speak the truth. You're exposing their darkness. You're exposing their evil. And a lot of people don't like when you rip the when you open the blinds on them. See, them vampires you know what happened. You see what vampires do in movies. When you open the blinds on a vampire, what happens? Oh, they can't handle that light. That light is too much. And we live in a dark, evil world. It's wicked. Look what happened to Kenneka. That was wicked what happened to Kenneka. Her own friends. Now check this out. She's supposed to feel safe around her own friends. She's supposed to feel safe around her homegirls and her homeboys and her second and third cousins. She's supposed to feel safe. That's sad. She couldn't even feel safe around the people she grew up with. Around the people she grew up with rather side with gangs and street beef and gang stalking and retaliation. They rather side with gangs than to save their friend that they knew was ultimately being targeted. How wicked can you get? They rather side with gangs. That's crazy. They rather side with people then ultimately protect their friend. Their gang status, their social status, their hood status was greater than trying to save someone they knew was a target. It's crazy. Guess what? Karma is coming. Let me tell you something. Every wicked thing you do in life, we don't get away with it. Every dark thing you do in darkness, you can't hide it from God Almighty. You make it come on the internet and try to front and try to act like you a good person. That don't mean nothing. Who are you behind the scenes? Who am I? When the cameras is off, who am I? Am I the same person or am I somebody different when the cameras is off? Who are you behind the scenes? You can act like a good friend in public, but behind the scenes, you could be a plotting, dirty, jealous, envious person behind the scenes. And you'll backbite and backstab your closest friend who's been there for you your entire life. Kanika was backstabbed by people she was there for her entire life. And the sad part about it is this girl was a follower. Kanika wasn't a leader. That's one of her biggest downfalls. She was not a leader. She followed the crowd because Kanika, she liked to fit in. And that's a lot of us problems. We want to fit in with people that don't have our best interests. And ultimately, we pay the price. She tried to fit in with people that didn't have her best interests. These so-called friends. Some of your friends are your biggest enemies. Hello, somebody. I said some of your friends. I didn't say all. Because y'all like to twist my words on YouTube. He said, you ain't got no friend. No, you got some good friends out here. Let's not mistake in that. There's some good people out. There's some good friends. I just said some of these friends can be your worst enemy and they could get to you quicker. Look what Judas did to Jesus Christ. Look, the Romans couldn't get to Jesus, but they got to Jesus by Judas. They went to Judas and said, you know what? We'll pay you to help us capture Jesus Christ. And Judas betrayed Jesus for that money. And ultimately, he committed suicide because he couldn't deal with what he did. You got people that'll do you dirty for the right price. Oh, for the right price, they did Kanika dirty. For the right price, for some gang retaliation, for some family beef, for some. And let me tell you, don't target your family. I'm from Philly. I know. Let me tell you something. You can have a brother. And if he's part of the gangs, if you got uncles and brothers that's part of gangs and they got beef on the street, they will kill your sister. Hello, somebody. I'm going to say this again. If you have family members, cousins, uncles, brothers that are gang members, they will kill your sister. They will kill your family. They will shoot up your home. It's called gang retaliation. They'll target somebody in your family just to get back at you. A lot of you don't understand gang stalking. I grew up in Philly. I grew up in gang culture. I understand how gangs move. I understand the minor. I grew up in gangs. There were gangs everywhere in Philly. I grew up in gang. I grew up in that culture. I know when they target somebody, they plot and they plan how they're going to get them. Oh, we going to hit her sister. Oh, we can hit her mama. Oh, we could shoot her daddy. Oh, we could get their grandparents' house. Oh, we could shoot up their auntie house just to hurt you. And that's what a lot of people don't understand what gang stalking is. And you think the cops care about how many of us get killed? You think the cop care about a black girl being dead when I could get $500,000 off of her organs? Hello, somebody. You think the cops care if one of us kill each other? Why you think the cops don't care if we kill each other? When they can make $1 million off your organs? Look what they did to Kendrick Johnson. You think they care about a little black boy being dead? They took every organ in his body from the brain all the way down. They took every organ in his body. But for some reason, Teresa didn't check to see if her organs were missing. But that's a whole nother story. Uh-oh. Did Teresa get some of that organ money check? That hush money check? Is that why she feel guilty about? Is that why she called Zach TV? Is that why she always drunk and high? She's trying to hide, trying to cover the guilt. Is that why she go live talking about she's scared? And I'm going to talk about that on another live. When Teresa Martin said, I'm scared, y'all. We're going to talk about that on another one. A lot of people don't like when I talk about the mother. I don't care. I got stuff to back up what I'm saying about the mom too. Sorry. I don't care. I got stuff to back up about her. But anyway, why would they care about a little black girl being killed when they could get $500,000 for organs? You think they care about us killing each other? You think they give a shit? If you study Chicago, they have one of the biggest crime rates. They have one of the biggest murder rates besides St. Louis. Chicago's in the top 5 as the most murder for the murder rate, for having a high murder rate. Chicago's in the top 5. You think they give a crap? When I could make millions, we can make millions off of all these bodies. You think, go ahead, kill each other, y'all. Go ahead, y'all, shoot. As soon as somebody dead, come go scoop that body up and let's get busy. Let's get busy. Let's go get that body. Let's go send that to the crooked doctors. Let's go send it to Dr. Devil. Dr. Devil know how to cut them organs out. And you see, Kendrick Johnson, you know how much money they made off that guy? I was looking online how much an organ costs. It's ridiculous. And sometimes they'll even auction the organs off, just like the movie Get Out. They'll auction off these organs. It's real stuff here. So you think they care about that? Go ahead, kill her. Go ahead, take her out. Go ahead, put her in the, and when y'all finish, put her in the freezer because you know we want to keep the body preserved. Go ahead, when y'all done with Kanika, go ahead, put her in the freezer because we need to, we need to preserve that body. This is real stuff. Welcome to the real world, Neil. They don't care about no black girl being killed. They don't care about that. How much can we get for this heart? How much can we get for this liver? How much can we get for this pancreas? How much can we get for these intestines? How much can we get for this brain? How much can we get for the eyeballs? How much can we get for all this? They can care less. Let me read some of these comments before I continue. You're real stuff. I'm zillionaire be preaching. They don't care. And these dirty ass friends, boy, it's some dirty friends. It's time to confess. We know what you did, like the movie. We know what you did last summer. We know what y'all did in the summer of 2017. It's time to confess. Either way, if they don't confess, they still going to get their karma. Hello, somebody. Even if they confession time. I'm doing the confession series because they know what they did to her. And well, there's nothing else to talk about. Ain't no more talking. We know what they did. We know what happened. It's time to confess. Y'all ain't lose no friend. You ain't lose Kanika. You passed her off to the ops. Y'all put something in her drink. You passed her off to the ops. We know what happened. Stop it. We know what happened. You don't sit there and just keep. We know what happened. We know what happened. We know what you did last summer. Just like the movie. Just like the movie. We know what you did. Yes, Elaine, the whole community of, yes, Rosemont is a corrupt city. I've already did, somebody said, did the freezer belong to Bill Murray? I told y'all, I've already done a video on that. Bill Murray, that was Bill Murray's restaurant in the Crown Plaza Hotel. She died in the famous actor's restaurant, Bill Murray. I did a video on that. But people ain't ready for what I bring. People just, these YouTube, they're not ready for the level. I'm trying not to toot my own horn. But they're not ready for this level of detective work. They're just not ready. You could call me. I'm like, if this was a case, I'll be the lead detective on the case because the leads, the stuff that I've exposed, is next level. I've already did videos about Bill Murray. Some people was like, what? Some people didn't even know that was Bill Murray's restaurant. Some people didn't even know she died in the actor Bill Murray. That was his restaurant in Crown Plaza Hotel. That was his freezer that they've opened the restaurant and they use that freezer. They using it. And I've already did the video about Selena Gomez and her video in the freezer. I've done those videos. Y'all go check out my playlist about her, I've done the video where Selena Gomez was in the freezer, and it was very eerie and it was very ominous. And then the weekend Kanika died, they wrote in the paper the same weekend she came to Chicago. They said that she got a new organ, but they claimed this was in the summertime. Okay, if she got an organ in the summertime, why did they announce the same weekend Kanika died? Why was she in Chicago? And why did they announce Selena Gomez got a new organ that weekend? They didn't announce it in the summertime. I exposed that too. I said, why would they announce it then? That's some old secret society, some old elite shit. But people ain't ready for that. I done did that video. I did that video. You think some of these actors and this, you think they're going to wait for organs too? You think a lot of these elites, you think they wait around for organs? That's why when you go to certain doctors, you can't even trust a lot of these doctors. They give them your DNA and all that. You can't even trust them. Because a lot of them want to know what's your blood type so they can understand or match your organ to somebody else. You're type A, they're type A, you're type B, you're type O. Which I'm type O, so I have both A and B. You know, those who have type O blood cells, you have A and B. Some people are type A, some people are type B, some people are type O, but they have both blood. So a lot of these doctors get a lot of our information, and let me tell you something. They do have an organ hit list. Oh, but see, y'all not ready for this stuff. Y'all, people ain't ready for that. And I done did videos on that. People ain't ready for that. They do have an organ hit list. And let me tell y'all something. Kanika had a physical. Kanika had a physical around the same time. A lot of you don't know this, and I posted it on my channel too. Kanika posted, she said, I got the job. Kanika just got a job, and she had to have a physical done. And she passed and got the job. What do they do at physicals? They take your blood, they swab you, listen to your heartbeat. You know, they do different stuff. But once they got your blood type and your blood, that's it. They know what you will be a match for. So I talked about that. All this stuff I done talked about. And people that have been following me for a while, y'all know it. Go look at my playlist. And I put all my playlist. Go look at my Kanika playlist. All you got to do is go to the playlist. Go to the playlist tab. That's all you got to do. Hit the playlist. Go look at all my playlists and all the and go binge watch. I broke this stuff down 100 times. But a lot of people ain't ready for that level. They ain't ready for that level. I broke it down. I broke it down. Organs go for a lot of money. So why should I care about a little black girl dead? Why should her so-called friends, why should they care when they get paid off? Please, can y'all please listen? Listen, y'all, listen. If people, I'm gonna tell y'all something, so we can have order in the comment section, because we need order. If you say come in my comment section and I think you're saying something stupid, I'm gonna put you in timeout. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Get mad, I'm gonna put y'all in timeout. And if too many people troll, I'm gonna change the comment section to members only. I'm gonna say this again. If you come in my comment section saying stupid shit or trying to be a smart ass, I'm going to put you in timeout. If too many people troll, it's going to be a members only chat. Somebody said, what organs are missing? Why would you ask a dumb question like that? Why would you ask a dumb question? Do you think they would reveal what organs are missing? Do you think Rosemont will reveal to the public what organs are missing? But you're not smart enough to put two and two together. If you go study and research Rosemont for the 1 millionth time, Rosemont have a history and had one of the biggest organ trafficking businesses in the United States. Go look it up. They had bodies in freezers in warehouses. They put her body in a freezer for a reason. Common sense. Put 1 and 2 makes 1 and 1 makes 2. 1 and 1 makes 2. You have a town full of organ trafficking, and they put bodies in freezers and warehouses. Kanika was put in a freezer. 1 and 1 makes 2. Common sense that a lot of you just do not have. What organs were missing? When you're doing detective work, you put 2 and 2 together. Hello, somebody. If I go to a town and you have a murderer and everybody that was killed, he cuts off 3 fingers. Then one day, I go over a man's house, right? And I'm a detective, and I go in his house and I see somebody dead and they got 3 fingers cut off. I'm going to tie that to the other murders because, whoa, we just found 3 bodies with 3 fingers cut off. And I went into this man's house and I found a body in his basement with 3 fingers cut off. Put 1 and 1 and makes 2. Some people just don't have common sense. And I have to remember that. Some people just don't have common sense. And they got a nerve to get mad at me because certain things I repeat. I have to repeat certain things because everybody don't have the same comprehension level. Why do you think it's different classes why do you think in school you have different classes and different levels? How come you have the smart kids in one class, the average kids in one class, and the slow learning kids in another class? I'm going to say this again. How come even in school, how come they have the top level children that are smart from elementary to high school? You got the top learning people, you have the average people, and you have the slow learning people. You can't teach everybody the same way. They all have different teachers. They're all in different classes. So don't get mad at me when I have to repeat stuff for people that are not getting it. Some people just they don't comprehend too good. They don't listen too good. I don't need to be careful about nothing, man. I've been talking about this case for 4 years, bro. I've been talking about this case for 4 years. I don't walk around in fear. I don't care nothing about being a target. I'm already a target. I belong to God. I'm already a target. I'm always be a target. That's my life. I'm not afraid. I got guardian angels. I got the Almighty God protecting me. You think I'm scared of when I walk out in public? I don't give a damn. My time is until God says it's my time, then it's my time. Don't no man have power to take my life unless God allow him to. Hello, somebody. So everywhere I go, I'm aware, period, because we live in a wicked world. So everywhere I go, I'm automatically aware. But I don't live in fear. I refuse to live like that. I'm going to talk about whatever I want to talk about, and I'm going to speak the truth. I don't care where I go. I don't live in fear. I just don't. I don't live like that. The Bible says the righteous are as bold as a lion. The Bible tells us to be strong and be courageous. The Bible says, gird your loins with truth. I don't walk around trying to tiptoe nowhere. I ain't tiptoeing no damn where. If it ain't my time until God says it is. Hello, somebody. I ain't tiptoeing no damn where. I'll talk about anything, anywhere. I'll speak the truth anywhere. I ain't tiptoeing. I ain't ducking. I don't hide. That ain't me. I'm sorry. I'm from Philly too. I don't live like that. I don't tiptoe nowhere. Why are y'all not hitting the like button? I can't believe y'all not hitting the like button tonight. Like that's crazy. There's 142 people in here watching. Y'all not hitting the like button? Y'all can't just hit the like button. I mean, y'all don't, a lot of you don't, damn. I mean, y'all don't, listen, that's the least you could do, hit the like. If you don't donate to the channel, if you're not a monthly member, you can at least hit the like button. Now, come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Hit the like button at least. That's the least y'all could do. And the more that y'all hit the like button, the more the video gets into the algorithm and the more you can bring other people in. People don't understand the like button is very important on YouTube, which I have a 95% like ratio on YouTube. I have a 95 like ratio on YouTube. Please hit the like button. It's the least you can do. So if we want to talk about justice, we got to be the ones to investigate our own cases. We got to start calling people out. We got to start calling out these so-called friends, because guess what? If their friends wouldn't have helped killer, they couldn't have got our organs. And I'm gonna do a live about that too. If her friends didn't help get rid of her, they couldn't have never got our organs. They could never got our organs. Sometimes people can't get to you unless they get to you through their friends. Some of y'all are not listening. Some people in my live chat not listening. Somebody said, what are the overseers going to do? Y'all are not listening. Y'all keep talking about what they're going to do. And like I just said, it's different forms of justice. I just said people ain't always got to go to jail for justice to prevail. Like, a lot of these guys that were at the party are dead. That's another form of justice. They helped kill someone and now they're dead. A lot of you ain't listening, you just came in late. I just said justice comes in many forms. Stop always thinking about the government locking people up. There are innocent people in jail. Tell me how that's justice. And you got guilty people walking free. So worry about God's justice first before you worry about man's justice. Hello, somebody. A lot of you need to be more worried about God's justice than man's justice, because God's justice, his wrath is something different than you sitting in a jail cell. His wrath is something totally different. You're going to wish you did get locked up. When God put his karma on you, you're going to wish you was in jail. So listen, I keep trying to tell y'all, there's different levels of justice. Man's justice is, we always worrying about man's justice ain't God's justice. We live in an unjust world. Keep looking to the system or the powers to be to bring justice. We as a people, we need to bring our own justice. We need to start calling out these officials and hold them accountable for not bringing justice. But we need to rely on the almighty justice, the almighty judge. Hello, somebody. I said it several times. We can't always worry. We got to worry about karma comes in and justice comes in many ways. I keep telling y'all, because somebody got locked up, that don't mean just because they ain't locked up, that don't mean they ain't going to get their justice. That's not always the case. Somebody said when they expose a higher up, they end up dead. Well, that's certain situations. Sometimes that's true. Sometimes it's not. But yeah, it happens sometimes. Yeah. Well, somebody said their son. Well, I mean, you need to pray and fight that case. Somebody said their son is innocent. You need to pray and try to fight that case. You need to prove that he's innocent. You need to pray about that case. And somebody said you need to pray about that case. And you need to pray about that case and ask God to give you wisdom on how to fight the case. If you say your son is innocent and that's true, you need to ask God to give you wisdom on how to fight that case. And he'll give you the answers on how to fight it. Trust me. I know. Well, it's not that Zach, listen, it's not that Zach got close to the truth. It's not only that, it's the fact that he stayed around the same people that he had an idea was involved. Let me tell y'all something. I can know something about a case, But if I'm still around the same people that might have been involved, they're going to get rid of you. Listen, if I know my town and city is corrupt, I'm leaving. Number one, I'm leaving that city. I'm leaving that town. I'm out. Zach TV was talking about a case, and he was in a circle where people knew people. People knew him in Chicago. He was still around that same environment. That's the problem. That was Zach's problem. He stayed in the same area where all these so-called friends and gang members were at. And that's what cost him his life. You still around the same people that you know might be involved with this gang stalking thing. You got to get out of that area. You can't investigate a case and hang around the same people that might be involved with a case. That's just like me investigating a case and I'm still hanging around the same. I'm hanging around the murderers. I'm not hanging, but I'm in the same area because he didn't hang with I'm in the same area where the murderers hang out at. And I'm just going to be in the same area and they know that I'm investigating them. What do you think these murderers are going to do to me? They're murderers. They murdered Kanika. What do you think they're going to do to me? They murdered Kanika's uncle. I'm going to talk about her uncle too. They murdered Kanika's uncle. Why do you think they killed her uncle? They didn't want him to discover what happened to his niece. Then they killed Zach's homeboy, T Streets. They were killing everybody. If you stay in the same area where the murders are happening, the murderers are going to kill you. You think they have a problem killing you too? If they already killed her, you think they don't care about knocking nobody else off? That other guy, OTE Head, they killed OTE Head. Gang members jumped out the car and killed him in broad daylight with mask on. The activist, OTE Head, go look it up. OTE Head, that was his nickname. OTE Head. They jumped out and he was an activist, but he would always speak the truth about the case. And he was still in that area. See, everybody that was trying to uncover the truth in that same area, they got killed. How you going to investigate something and you in the same parts where these killers are roam at? If I'm a killer or a murderer and I know you trying to investigate a case that I'm a part of, you think I'm going to let you walk the streets and I'm a killer? I'm going to try to eliminate every person I think got information. Am I right? That's why they killed Zach TV. That's why they killed Kanika's uncle. That's why they killed Zach TV's homeboy T Streets. That's why they killed OTE Head. That's why they took him out. We all ain't gonna be uncovering no truth right here in Chicago, right here where we roam at. These are our streets. You ain't gonna come around here. We got paid. We got paid off. We got paid good money. We got the gang retaliation. We got her. We got her, and we got paid for it. Shoot, y'all not going to uncover the case. So that's common sense. Don't ever stay in the same area where these killers roam at trying to investigate a case. They're going to come for you. I mean, y'all even watch TV shows and movies. You ever notice a detective that always keeps staying in the same area? They usually try to kill the detective that they know is on the case. We see it all the time. We see it in movies. If the detective is in the same area where the killers are and he find out you're a detective, they're going to start shooting at you. You think the killers are just going to let you roam free and talk about what you know? They ain't gonna let that happen. Killers ain't going to let you just walk free. What? Especially in Chicago. What? They'll blow your head off for less. They'll blow your head off for looking at you. You get your head blown off in Chicago just for looking at a gangbanger wrong. Let alone trying to cover up a murder. You know they're going to take you out. We're trying to cover this up. What are you talking? All right. I'm about to block somebody. They need to get out. Don't come in talking about please. You gotta go. You're trolling. You gotta go. You're in timeout. Don't come in my live saying stupid stuff. I just said that. You gotta go. Get out. Don't come in talking about you know Teresa and she's a crisis actor and that's not her daughter. Get out of my live. Go to a fantasy channel, you dummy. Don't come in my live just saying stupid stuff and you have nothing to back it up. See, this is not that channel. You don't come on this channel saying stupid stuff in my live and you have nothing to back it up. Get out. The next time you come and say something stupid that don't make sense or something you can't prove, I'm blocking you for good and make another troll channel. All right, somebody else is trolling. All right, they keep saying the same stupid thing. All right, I got to block you because you keep saying the same stupid thing over and over again. So I'm going to block you. I'm going to block you. Let me get all these idiots out of my live first. I can't stand idiots and trolls. I'm about to make it members only. The live is about to turn to members only. Matter of fact, yeah. Yeah, the chat is about to be members only. No, we don't need to. No, we don't need to look at we don't need to look for Zach TV's kids. I have to delete that. No, we don't need to look for no Zach TV kids. No. Let's get that out of here too. I'm about to make this members only. Yeah, I'm about to change it to members only. Yeah, I'm changing it to members only. Let me change it to members only because I still got a lot of stuff to do and I can't stand being too many people trolling now. Yeah, you got to get out my live. If you're in a part of the exclusive group, all right, now it's about to turn to members only. Too many people coming and saying crazy stuff. And I don't want bad information. Ain't gonna be no bad information in my live on this case. Y'all not gonna spread that these no. Nope. Nope. Members only now. Members only for the rest of the live. Members only for the rest of the live. Now. Yeah, members only for the rest of the live. Members only and moderators, that's it. All right, I tried, but y'all keep coming saying stupid stuff that make absolutely no sense. So members only from here out. Now, if you're not a monthly member, oh well, you can't comment. But I don't have time for trolls. Just now that's what I don't like. People see a bunch of people in your live chat and they just want to come in your live and say stuff that don't make sense or they can't back up what they're saying. I don't like that. Got to go. If you ain't a monthly member, moderator, already been on, you go. So anyway, I'm done. See, they messed it up for the rest of the people. So if you become a monthly member and you can interact in the comment section. I'm tired of that. I'm sick of that. Somebody said, "You glad you stay on this case." Yep. Somebody asked a dumb question. Are you with or against Kanika's mom? No, I'm not. I'm with the truth. Are you with Kanika's mom? I'm with the truth. Suppose she's involved. Just like P said, everybody was involved. The mama, the cop. Don't tell me about her mama. I'm with the truth. So who are you with? I'm with the truth. Are you with her mama? So what does she stand? What does her mama stand for? What is her mama doing? Besides going after money. What is her mother doing? Please show me. Show me something her mother's doing. And then tell me what Kendrick Johnson's mother's doing. Compare the two. Kendrick Johnson's mother got the body exhumed 3 times, found out her son was murdered. Kendrick Johnson's mother found out her kid was not, didn't just fall in a mat. His organs was taken. What did Kendrick Johnson's mothers do? Got the case reopened. What did Teresa Martin's mama do? Stop protest. What did Kanika's mama do? Stop protesting. The hotel is losing money. What did she do? Filed for $50 million and sued the hotel for money. What did she say? I'm gonna be rich one day, y'all. What else did she say? She's only went after money. I go after a person's behavior. I don't care what a person says. Your behavior tells me who you are. Don't sit there and tell me you're a good person and you just shot and killed 3 people yesterday. Your actions showed me you ain't no good person. You sound like a good person. You talk like a good person. So don't sit there and tell me about the mother. I told y'all my reasons. I'm for the truth. I'm not against nobody. I'm for the truth. Whose side you on? I don't side with nothing but the truth. You with the mama? People try to make you feel guilty for calling out the mother. She called Zach TV. Not only did she just talk about money, and in the last live, all she talked about was money. And a lot of her posts, all she talked about is money. The last post I just did of Teresa, she talking about money. That's all she talk about. Money and what people saying about her. What her feelings is hurt. Why y'all say that about me? It's always about her and money. I'm with the truth. Don't come in my life talking about some, whose side you on? Y'all side with people because you so-called like them. I don't care how much I like a person. If the truth is the truth, oh well, it hurts. I don't care who they are. Dummy. Who else? Let me see, read some more dumb comments. Who else is trolling? Yeah, that's why I made it members only. That's why it's members only. That's why they trolling me too much. That's why it's members only. You become a monthly member or not. Now, I'll put the monthly member link in there. If you want to become a monthly member, cool. If not, you just can't comment. I don't have time for it. You have time for it. I'll drop the monthly member link in there. And if you want to join the exclusive group, cool. If not, oh well. I can care less. Thank you for the super chat, 504. I'll drop it in. I see somebody just emailed me. Somebody just emailed me and said, how can I become a monthly member? So I'm going to drop the link in the description. And I don't have time to have all these people in my live, and then I start getting flooded with trolls. I don't like that. They start flooding my live with trolls. No, we're not doing that. You ain't a part of the exclusive group? Oh, well. All right, I'm putting a monthly member. Y'all hit me up. Y'all email. Well, 2 people just emailed me. All right, y'all want to become a monthly member? There you have it. There's the link. You want to become a monthly member? There's the link. But yeah, people kill me asking me. I told you why I don't trust her mother. I don't trust her mother, and I'm gonna keep saying it. I don't trust her. And next week I'm gonna show y'all a lot of reasons why I don't trust this mother. I don't trust her. You got good mothers, you got bad mothers. Y'all need to stop that in the black community. Every black mother is a good mother because she talk good. I don't like her behavior tells me something different. That's just like you got a girlfriend, and every time you turn around, she's smacking you and cussing you out. But she says, I'm a good woman. You got a lot of women say, I'm a good woman, and smack you and cuss you out and abusive. But every day she says she's a good woman. No, her actions told you what type of woman she is. A person's actions tell you who they are, not what they say. Too many of y'all on social media, you go by what people say, but you ain't paying attention to what they're doing. That's the problem with our society. We're easily, especially in the black community, we're easily manipulated by stuff that sound good. It's because it sound good, man. Get out of here. Let me see what other. Let me see what other. Somebody said justice has been getting served. Thank you. Exactly. I see Rufus Jones. You popped up in here. What's up? Yes. Yes. A goddess. Rude as hell. I'm just going through the comments. I like to go through the comments for a little while. I'm gonna go through the comments for a minute because I just want to catch up on the comments, and I'm gonna finish my my commentary. God's justice is the most powerful justice on earth. Exact. Heaven and earth. Thank you, Elaine. Exactly. Everything that's in darkness will come to the light. Yes, it will. Somebody said makes you wonder why nobody else was killed. I mean, it was 4 people killed. That's enough right there. You said you wonder why nobody else was killed. I mean, 4 people is enough, ain't it? Yeah, I don't know why Zach should have moved. He should have got the hell out of there. I don't know why Zach didn't move. I don't know. That was his mistake. And let me tell y'all something. Zach TV was warned. He was warned not to get off the case, and he didn't listen. So just think about it. Yeah, he was shaking the wrong bush. What are you talking about? Shaking. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Some of these gangs do have the elites protecting them. That's true. That is a true. Some of these gangs do the get. Yeah, some of these gangs who work with cops and political people. Some of them do have elites protecting them because they're doing the elites' dirty work. Because they're doing the dirty work for the higher ups. Yes. If you're a gang member and you're doing dirty work for the higher ups, yes. Yes, you will have protection. I'm just going, it's a lot of comments, y'all. So I'm just going through the comments. I've been on here a whole hour. So I'm just going through the comments. And I like to respond to comments and see what everybody's saying. I like bald head men. Okay. See, let me block you. Lord have mercy. That's why it's members only. Members only. Members only for the rest of the live. That's it. You're not gonna flood my no. You're not gonna flood it. Oh my God! Somebody said, "Oh my God, I'm blocking you." Lord have mercy. Yeah, I'm glad I turned it on to members only. Somebody came in here trolling and said, "I just subscribed." Are you trying to figure out what actually happened to her or just commentary? Ma'am, I've been breaking this case down for 44 years. What are you talking about trying to figure out? We know what happened to her. Lord have mercy. I'm glad I made it members only. Damn, these trolls came flooding, boy. Now, I don't mind questions, but too many trolls hopped in here. You can give me a decent question without saying dumb stuff. I just subscribed. Of course you subscribe, because you have to subscribe in order to comment. She said, I just subscribed, like she's doing me a favor. Ma'am, you had to subscribe in order to put your comment in. Because that's how I had it. I had subscribers only could comment. So you had to subscribe in order to comment. You're not doing me no favors. You subscribe. You know, a lot of people subscribe, say something stupid, and then unsubscribe. I don't care about that. I don't care about you subscribing. You just subscribe and say something stupid. Let me see. Somebody said bye. Who else I need? Who else I need to get out of here? It says, I know they really sent the man true. Like, I really think he was going to come back. I don't know what that means. Some of y'all need to got typos in here. These trolls are a nuisance. Yes, they are. That's why it's members only now. So now you gotta pay the troll now. Yeah. Elaine said I was controlling myself not to press the button. I hear you. Maybe the next live I do, moderators, if they just say something just stupid, just out of the way, yeah, go ahead and time them out. Go ahead and time them out. Next live, y'all hear me, moderators? Next live, they just say, because I'm gonna leave it open next live for members, for subscribers. But you know the trolls are gonna come, subscribe, say something stupid, and unsubscribe and leave. So if any dummies come next time, y'all, and they just say something that don't make sense, the next live I do, which is Friday, tomorrow night, Friday night, if they just say stupid stuff in my live, yes, block them. All right, now, I'm going to talk about interrogations. I'm going to talk about interrogations for a couple more minutes, for like 10, 15 more minutes. I'm going to talk about interrogation. And then and then I'm gonna end this live, and we're going every Tuesday and Thursday. I do the Kanika case. We discuss the case every Tuesday and Thursday on my channel. And not only do I discuss the case for those who are just joining in, not only do I discuss the case, because I've been here for an hour explaining a lot of stuff. Not only do I discuss the case, but I break down about detective work and uncovering the truth. I break that down too. And we talk about other cases along with this case. I'm going to say that again. When we discuss the Kanika case every Tuesday and Thursday, not only do we talk this case, I break down about detective work and how to break down a case. And I also talk about other cases like Kendrick Johnson's case and a lot of other cases with this case combined, because I want you to understand how to, point out the flaws, how you can point out what's going on in the case, the little things that people overlook, stuff you can pay attention to, stuff that's right in front of our faces that sometimes we refuse to look at. And with this Kanika case and the Kendrick Johnson's case and a few other cases, the truth is right in front of our face. But a lot of us don't want to accept it. Like these so-called friends, they helped get rid of Kanika. They helped they helped it. They were a part of the gang stalking. That was part of their gang initiation. Her friends, that was gang initiation time. And as you can see, Killer got shot up. Shemaya got shot up. Some bad things has happened to them. She said, I got you. We always ready for that. I feel you. Yeah, but you see how they was flooding. You see how they were flooding. You see how they just started flooding the trolling. I don't like that. It's like a bunch, like they just come, they see you live talking about the case, and then they just come flooding you're not going to come flood my comment section with a bunch of troll stuff. Talking about you subscribe. I don't care if you subscribe. You're still trolling. You just subscribe to troll. Yeah, some people, man, they just subscribe to me just to troll. I don't have time for that. We ain't got time for that. But anyway, I'm going to incorporate other cases. And after I'm done this live show, any other cases, we discuss the case every Tuesday and Thursday at 9:30. We discuss the Kanika case. And any other cases that y'all want me to talk about along with this case, just put it in the comments section. All right. Any new cases that I'm not aware of, anything else that's going on, we could combine those cases and talk about the Kanika case as well. Like I started talking about the Christina Nance case. Remember the mysterious story of Christina Nance that so-called just magically died when she went to go meet somebody. And of course, the cameras never catch stuff. It's crazy. The cameras never catch stuff. You got Kanika, the camera so-called was edited. You got Kendrick Johnson, the cameras were edited. Now you got Christina Nance that was caught that died in the parking lot at the police station, and the cameras didn't catch nobody. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So, it's a lot of other cases and the Jelani Day case, that's another case where about organs, it was reported by the autopsy that his organs were missing. And then the mother turned around and say the autopsy was not true. I'm like, what? I was so confused. So these cases are kind of similar. Kanika, Kendrick Johnson, Christina Nance, Jelani Day, is either the cameras were edited, the organs are missing. The cameras were edited and the organs were missing. It's just crazy. But these cases are very similar. Very similar. So if you got any other cases that y'all know of after I'm live, just say, you know what? I heard about this case, or I heard about this case, or I heard about this case. Just drop them, because I like to break down cases. That's like one of my passions. One of my passions is breaking down cases and exposing cases. Just like I've exposed the Kanika case. And if you're new to my channel, click on my playlist. I have Kanika go, and I'm going to post them in my community tab. I have a bunch of Kanika content that I've been discussing for the past couple of years, and I've broken down stuff so many different angles, and I'm going to post them in my community section. Yeah, I mean, tampering. Either they tamper with the cameras or the organs are missing. So those are 4 cases y'all need to keep in mind. Kendrick Johnson, Kanika Jenkins, Kendrick Johnson, Jelani Day, and Christina Nance. Because for some reason, either somebody's organs were missing or the camera was tampered with. That's how you know it's a cover-up. Anytime the cameras are tampered with, organs are missing, and nobody knows nothing, that is a cover-up. I don't know why you keep apologizing, 504. Dude, I know you don't know about the case. You don't have to keep apologizing. You said that last time, bro. You don't have to apologize, 504. I know you told me you don't keep up with the case. Y'all, some of y'all got to excuse my passion. Some of y'all take my some of y'all take me the wrong way. I'm just passionate about every topic that I talk about. So please don't be offended, anybody. Unless I'm purposely trying to offend you, because some people I purposely try to offend. But if listen, don't take my passion. Don't get offended by my passion. Anybody that's following me, y'all know how I talk. You know how I speak. And I don't really mean nothing by certain things that I say. I'm just passionate about what I'm saying. So can you just understand that? Just understand I'm passionate. So don't get in your feelings. Don't get upset. So it's just passion. I'm just passionate. Some people mistake passion for anger. I'm not angry. I'm just passionate. Understand, passion and anger are 2 different things. I'm passionate. But yes, it's an evil world. I'm your boy Zillionaire. We're going to continue this next Tuesday because I got some more stuff I want to talk about, point out with this case. But it's confession time. It's time to confess, y'all. We know what you did last summer. How many of y'all saw that movie, We Know What You Did Last Summer? And how they still were guilty, how they felt guilty. How they felt guilty about killing that person. We know what y'all did 2017. We know what you did 2017. Shamaya, Bree, Monifa, Irene Roberts, Pease, Killer. We know what you did summer of 2017. We know what you did that summer. We know what you did. All y'all in on it. Just like P said, everybody was involved. Yeah, all y'all involved. Time to confess. And if you don't confess it to any detective or any police, you need to confess it to God. Hello, somebody. If you don't confess to a detective or police, you need to confess your sins to God, which we all need to do that. Confess our sins. Y'all know what happened to that girl. Y'all were in on it. You were a part of it. I'm not gonna let y'all insult my intelligence to make you think you lost Kanika and y'all didn't know what's going on. That's a lie. Y'all all were in on it. Y'all knew what was going on. The hotel, they were in on it. And I'm gonna talk about the hotel too. The hotel was in on it. And the reason why the hotel was in on it, because body parts, they go for a lot of money. The hotel got paid off. Everybody got a cut. You got a hotel that harvests organs. You have organ traffickers that come and stay at Crown Plaza. Hello, somebody. You have organ traffickers that come and stay at Crown Plaza Hotel. They come and stay there, and they carry those steel briefcases. And the reason why they carry the steel briefcases, I love the way Sherry Shriner, I like the way she broke it down. And I think I'm going to play some Sherry Shriner videos on my channel. I am. Because she broke down the hotel, how they are part of the organ trafficking business. That's why they edited the videos. That's why they edited people out the videos. Why do you think they helped cover this up? Everybody's getting paid off. It's one big payoff. If that city is in organ trafficking, and then on top of being a part of organ trafficking, y'all getting paid off. Of course they're going to edit the videos. Of course they're going to the hotel getting paid off to do it. They're getting paid off. They're bringing all the traffickers in the hotel. Where do you think the traffickers come when they come out of town? And we're going to talk about organ. We're going to talk about Rosemont. I got a lot of new topics next week discussing the case and about this trafficking stuff. What do you think? Where the traffickers going to go? It's a multi-billion-dollar business. Look it up. A lot of you black folk, y'all don't like to read. Go look up organ trafficking net worth. The number is going to blow your mind. Go look up the net worth of organ trafficking. Illegally, it's worth billions of dollars. And you never hear about it on the news, really. Because they purposely keep it out the news. Why do you think it's a $1 billion business and it's not on the news? You'll never hear anything about it hardly on the news. Because it's a big business. It's a big business. Where do you think they go? What do you think? Why do you think Crown Plaza is for? They go there. That's where the traffickers go. That's where they go and trade and sell these organs. And I like the video, and I'm gonna pull it up next week. The video Sherry Shriner did when she had when she showed a bunch of people coming to Crown Plaza Hotel with steel briefcases. The steel briefcases, you know, the ones they keep in hospitals when they put the organs in the freezers, the ones they put in freezers. How do you come out of town and you have steel briefcases? You have hospital-looking briefcases. What do you think they're doing with those? What do you think those type of briefcases are for? It's not luggage. It's not for your clothes. So it's actually an organ transplant steel luggage. A lot of y'all don't know what those look like. Y'all got to look it up. Look up organ transplant luggage and see what it looks like. They transport and they're trading. It's a big underground business. But anyway, I'm your boy Zillionaire. I'm out of here. Shout out to those who donated to the channel tonight. I appreciate you. Become a monthly member. That's another way to support the channel and interact with the chat. Shout out to those that donated to the channel. I appreciate you. Shout out to my monthly members and my moderators. Moderators next live. Yeah, if they do, I'm gonna leave it for the subscribers only. Next live, if they start trolling and acting crazy, I'm gonna turn it into members only. So the next live, y'all could block people if they say stupid stuff. Yeah, y'all could moderate. I know I haven't really been empowering y'all to moderate. But the next live, y'all if they say something stupid, y'all go ahead and just time them out. All right. So y'all have my blessing. Time next lives. I'm gonna empower y'all. Time people out. They say stupid stuff. Get them out. All right. All right, y'all. Every Tuesday and Thursday, we discuss this case and we combine other cases with this case. I'm your boy Zillionaire. I'm gone. God bless you. You have a good night. I'll see y'all tomorrow night for Thought Culture Live. Tomorrow night, Thought Culture Live. We're going to talk about strippers, prostitutes, and everything else. Tomorrow night, I like to have fun on my Friday nights. And I'm getting back into the Thought Culture Live series. We're going to talk about strippers, prostitutes, all that stuff. The music industry, everything we're going to talk about. All right? So y'all tune in. I'll see you later. Look at Elaine. All right, you can have a trigger. All right, Elaine, you can have a trigger finger, but as long as you have a good trigger finger, don't get power happy now. Hey, don't get power happy now, Elaine. You know, as long as you taking out the right targets, that's all that matters. My email is on my about section. Go to my about section on the channel. Every channel has information on the About section. Click on the About tab, scroll over, click on the About tab. I have different tabs on my channel. Y'all see I have a tab for my clothing line. I have a community tab, and we have the About section. All y'all got to do is go look at my tab. All right, God bless y'all. I'm out of here. Y'all have a good night. God bless you. I'm going.
Zillionaire Entertainment, baby. Billionaire entertainment, baby. Billionaire entertainment, baby. Billionaire entertainment, baby. Billionaire entertainment, baby. Billionaire